Can you imagine preparing for months, collecting every required document, receiving sponsorship from your company, practicing interview question, walking into the US Embassy feeling confident, and then in less than 1 minute, your visa is rejected? Well, that's exactly what happened to an Indian applicant whose experience has now gone viral on Reddit, triggering a massive discussion about the US visitor visa interview. According to the applicant, he had applied for an B1 and B2 visa because his company wanted him to travel to the United States for business meetings and a conference. He believed that everything was in place. His employer was sponsoring the trip. He had a stable job in India. He carried all the required documents and expected the interview to be very straightforward. But things did not go as expected. The visa officer asked only a few questions. What is the purpose of your visit? Where do you work? Have you traveled internationally before? After that, the applicant answered honestly. He said that he had been working with the same company for about 3.5 years. He also admitted that he had never traveled outside India before and that this would have been his first international trip. Moments later, the interview was over. His application was refused under Section 214B of the US Immigration and Nationality Act. The applicant was shocked. He later wrote that his company had sponsored the visit and he had all the supporting documents. He even wondered whether applying for a combined B1 B2 visa instead of only a business visa had affected the decision. But according to him, the officer never even looked at many of his documents that he had carefully prepared. Soon, thousands of people joined the discussion online. Many Reddit users, they explained that US visitor visa decision, it often depends on one important question. Will the applicant return home after the visit? After that, several users suggested that factors such as no previous international travel, age, in fact, personal circumstances may have influenced the officer's decision. Others pointed out that very short interviews are actually common at the US embassies and do not necessarily mean that the decision was made unfairly. Immigration experts also explain that refusal under Section 214B usually means that the applicant could not sufficiently demonstrate eligibility for a non-immigrant visa. Well, for visitor visa, officers must be satisfied that the applicant intends to return to their home country after completing the visit. Now, this whole story, it is an important reminder for anyone who is planning to apply for a US visa. A company invitation alone, it does not guarantee approval. Supporting documents alone do not guarantee approval. Every application is assessed individually, and visa officers, they evaluate multiple factors before making their decision.